Hello my friends, welcome to another episode of Stephanie's Stamp Pad where we get together and make a card. Today's card is so much fun and it's one of my mini flip-its, which is even more fun, but look at how cute that is. And the circle around it says, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. Now this would be a great Valentine card, but I could see giving this to Ken any time of the year, just to tell him I love him, or maybe to one of my kids, just to remind them that I love them. So it's kind of fun and it's so quick and fast and easy. So make a whole bunch at one time because you're going to be giving these out to everybody that you love. Now, what we're going to need is we're going to need the mini circle flip it, which is this one right here. It comes with 17 dies, but we're just going to use a few of them. We're also going to use one of my favorite stamp sets, the Love to Hug stamp set, which has been a popular favorite. And we're going to be using some of my pattern papers, of course, because we only use Stamp Select pattern papers. And we have a couple other little things we're going to be working on. Oh, I know for sure we're going to be using the Storm ink pad. And, oh, also the Strawberry ink pad. Let's get started. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to die cut our card base. I always start with the card base, just because that gives me my foundation and then I know where to continue to move forward. So I'm going to grab this, I'm going to lay that down, and I'm going to get out the 3 largest dies in the kit because I know I'm going to use those. I'm also going to use this cute little circle one and the bigger circle. So let's put that off to the side. Let's see if I need anything else. I think that's it. Oh, you know what? I think I use also the heart. So I'm going to grab the heart too. Okay. So let's go ahead and cut our base. We're going to lay that down. And because it's a mini card, it's easy to make sure that it stays on my platform, but I'm not getting any speed bumps. So you can see how it's really crooked as it goes through. We're going to run that through. And our layers, we're going to cut out of these 2 papers. There we go. Easy peasy. No arm muscles needed because I'm using the Electrix machine. So now what we're going to do is we're going to grab both of these and we are doing hearts on one side and the light one on the other. And I like to cut both at the same time because sometimes you decide, oh, I wish I did that one, or oh, I wish I was using this side instead. So I like to kind of just do both at the same time just to make sure that I'm getting what I want. So let's go ahead and run those through. And then we have some circles we're going to be cutting out. So we're going to be cutting out that and that and that. Awesome. So now we have some extra layering pieces. Now I did cut 2 on each with each one. I'm going to figure out which ones I want to use, and these 2 are going to be the extras. I'm going to put them in that die envelope. That way, next time I get out this die and I need a faster card, they'll already be die cut for me. So I'm going to pick these up and I'm going to add some adhesive to that one. And you'll see I have red all the way around, so it's perfectly layered. We're going to add adhesive to the back of this one. Lay that one down. And then let's start decorating the inside. Or I'm sorry, let's start doing this. Now let's get some Sizzix adhesive. Sizzix adhesive is my favorite adhesive in the world. And this is all sticky. So we're going to add our gray on there. And we're going to add our white on here. And we have a little bit to add our pink. Now this extra pieces here, I'm just going to tear those off. Normally I would save this, but this is really a small piece, so I'm just going to let it go. And we'll just get rid of that. Okay. And I do have a trash can down there, by the way. Okay. Oh, that's sticky too. So you don't want to put any sticky stuff in your machine because it'll stick to your cutting pads, and that's kind of not good. So let's go ahead, and I have a little spot right there, but we'll just kind of rub that down. Okay, so now this is perfect to lay down all the other pieces that I need cut. So I need 2 cut white pieces. I'm sorry, just one white. I'm sorry, 2 cut white. So we're going to do one there and one there. Then we also need this cut in gray. And let's see what else. Oh, we can do our little heart in pink. So let's find that little heart die that I pulled out. And I know I pulled, oh, there it is, the heart die in pink. So let's go ahead and run that through. I am going to need another white circle, so I'm going to run that through again. Crunch. Crunching is good. Crunching is normal. Okay, so that's that one. Then I'm going to just take that circle and move it over again. And I can be even faster and use the smaller cutting pad because I only need 1 cut. And I'm going to run that through. Awesome. Now we have it covered. So now we have 2 white circles. we have this fun gray piece here. Now remember, all of this has Sizzix adhesive on the back, so that just makes life a lot easier. Now we want to stamp these cute pieces on here. So what we're going to do is we're going to get the little red heart, peel that up, and we're going to get a little block. Now, this is something I don't talk about very often, but you want to make sure that you don't use a huge block for a little stamp, because then you're going to get a lot of rock motion going on. And when you do that, there's a chance that it's going to smear and not be as pretty. So always use about the same size as your stamp, a little bit larger, but not too much larger. And this is a brand new stamp, so I'm going to stamp onto scratch paper. The first 1 or 2 times you stamp, you always want to do it onto scratch. And then we're going to add a circle right there in the center. Perfect. And let's clean that off. Cheap baby wipe is my favorite way. Peel that up and put this back. And then I want to get out the other one that says, I love you, I love you, I love you. Peel that up. And we're going to lay it down, face down on our secret weapon. That way, it's going to take its own shape, and we're not going to have to worry about it being a perfect circle because it'll already stay its own circle. So then we're going to get some Storm again onto scratch. There we go. Now we can do it onto our project. There we go. Cute, cute. Now move that off to the side. Now that can go on the inside of our card. But let's fold our card first. We don't want to decorate the centerpieces until we folded our card, because you want to make sure that's definitely the inside or definitely the outside. We want to have a big bottom, little top in the air. We're going to fold it in half towards us. Take that top flap and fold it up, all on the die, on the score lines the die has created. And there's our Flip It card. That's how easy it is. Now we know this is the front. We know this is the inside. So we can add this to the inside of our card. Oh, and I had Sizzix adhesive on the back, so I get to just peel this up. Now I have ink all over me, so let's make sure we don't get that in there. Okay, so let's peel that adhesive off. How handy dandy is that, right? So we're going to add that right there into the center. There we go. And then we're going to decorate the front. Now the front is going to be easy peasy, and I just want you to see the example here. And I know it's hard to tell on camera, but we actually inked the edges. So I'm going to grab a piece of paper and I'm going to ink the edges of this in Storm just to give it a little extra yummy. So let's grab some Storm. Now I do use a separate ink pad for this, because you'll get little pieces of fuzz from your sponge, and you don't want that to be on the ink pad that you actually that you stamp with, because you don't want fuzz on your stamped images. So we're just going to ink that up, just the edges, just to give it a little extra definition. There we go. And we're going to add this onto the white. And again, the Sizzix adhesive is on the back, which makes everything so much easier. Peel that up, lay that down. And then our little pink heart does have there it is. Mine has Sizzix adhesive on the back, so we'll add this one. And if we wanted to ink the edges on that one too, we could. Lay that one down, and again, Sizzix adhesive on the back. You'd think I get tired of saying that, but in all honesty, it's such good stuff. Once you start using it, you never want to go back to regular adhesive. So now let's add that. Now let's add our embellishment pieces. So what we're going to do is we're just going to add some cork sticker, and we're going to trim this down. So I'm going to lay this down right there. Get that nice and straight. Right, whoops. Right there. And trim that down. Cute, extra piece. And then we're going to add a little bit of ribbon on the edge. Just in a cute little knot. And then we're going to add our cute little arrow. So let's trim that. Stephanie needs to get a better pair of scissors. She needs some fabric scissors. And last but not least, we're going to add our little guy here. just like that. And look how easy peasy that was. So simple, so easy, and so much fun. I love you. Now Ken's gonna get a little special love note. Thanks so much for joining me for another episode of Stephanie's Stamp Pad, where we get together and make a card. I'll see you again next week. Bye-bye.